Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, is our red man. And the Deputy President is being forced to go back to the drawing board. His key allies, who made it possible for him to penetrate certain sections of this country, are defecting back to their former parties. And the Deputy President must go back to the drawing board and come up with a different strategy. Joash Maangi, the Kisii Deputy Governor, who made it possible for the DP to penetrate Kisii, is back in the ODM fold. Maangi was projected to be one of the allies of the DP and was expected to play a key role for the DP. His defection from Tanga now leaves the Deputy President with some inexperienced politicians like Osoro from Kisii region. Okoth Obado of ODM party, who has been campaigning for the DP, also announced that he is not going to support the DP in 2022. That should also worry the Deputy President, because in his own arithmetics, the Deputy President was banking on Obado to split Nyanza. That's now not going to happen. And the latest defection, which shocked me, was the defection of Charles Gimose. Charles Gimose is the Hamisi Member of Parliament from Vihiga County. He was elected on a Ford Kenya ticket. Actually, the entry of William Ruto into Vihiga County was as a result of Charles Gimose. Gimose has now decided to go back to ANC after Ford Kenya opted not to field candidates in Vihiga County. And that's not the last person. As I'm doing this video, there are information that the Thika Township Member of Parliament, Wanjangol, has also announced his defection and is going to defend his seat on independent party. So the question is, how is these defections, or how are these defections going to affect the Deputy President? Simple. Number one, he used some of these defectors to make inroads into certain regions. For example, let me just use the Vihiga, the Hamisi guy. You know, the mere fact that a member of parliament can invite the Deputy President to go to his constituency to launch a road or to launch a project, CDF projects, gave the Deputy President the limelight and the publicity he needed. Now that this guy is out, it means the DP will have to figure out how he's going to go to that region. Kisii Deputy Governor Maangi was able to host the Deputy President several times. How many times has Obado campaigned for the DP? The last 2 times or 3 times the DP has been in Migori, Obado has always played host. So I don't know whether the DP will be able to conduct a successful rally in Migori, for example, without Okoth Obado. When you go to Thika, the guy who now wants to run for the gubernatorial seat is a very thorough guy. He was adding perceptual value to the DP. So that's the first thing, that's how it's going to affect the DP. Number 2, the term is also short, because if person A leaves, it means you'll require to replace him. And because the term is short, it means the Deputy President will not be able to get the right allies or to develop the right allies at the right time. For example, let's say for example in Kisii. In Kisii, the DP was banking on Joash Maangi. And since Joash Maangi has now left, it will take him time to get another guy to replace Joash Maangi. And if you leave that, there were certain people who would have easily fitted the bill. But because Joash Maangi was there, he was senior, the Deputy President decided to use him. So it's going to be very difficult based on time. But why are these leaders defecting? Why are they defecting from William Ruto's camp? That's the question. If you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or 2, click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, let us get back to the main issue. Why do you think these former allies are defecting? In my view, they are defecting because of the following reasons. Number one, the taps are running dry. Probably William Ruto used to give them money. That money is no longer forthcoming. Charles Gimose was very clear that for him, aliendea tu pesa. Like ukipeleka ng'ombe kwa mwito, akisha kunywa maji, they'll come back. That's how someone who's eaten William Ruto's money for 4 good years can talk. What about the deputy governor for Kisii? I think, let's face it, the truth of the matter is that William Ruto has really sustained this campaign for a long time. He's now being drained and overwhelmed. He can no longer meet the demands of some of these members of parliament. He can no longer do the things he used to do for them. And because of that, most of them are now shifting their allegiance. So in my view, William Ruto is no longer using the kind of money he used to use. And I've always insisted on this platform that one of the biggest mistakes the DP is committing is that he's creating supporters using money, not ideology. He ought to find a way of rallying people around ideology. And that's why he was wondering the other day how Raila Odinga, who doesn't even give sadaka, is still loved by Kenyans, because Raila Odinga managed to build an ideology which most of his supporters can actually subscribe to. So the DP has been using money, and most people believe that those money probably are also stolen. So there's nothing. So there's nothing which is really binding them to the DP. That's number one. Number two, politics is also local. If you look at Kisii, Maangi was being isolated. You know, initially, we had 3 camps in Kisii. There was Ongwae camp, there was Matiang'i camp, and then there was the Tanga camp. Ongwae camp is in ODM. Matiang'i camp were also in ODM, but now they fully joined ODM side. What does that mean? That means Maangi is now isolated with UDA. That's the honest truth. And going by the previous figures, there's no way he can succeed under UDA. And because politics is local, they're saying, wacha nikuje. Let me use the example of Charles Gimose. Gimose is just right. You know, if Ford Kenya was to sponsor a candidate, ANC to sponsor a candidate, UDA to sponsor a candidate, he had a chance as a sitting member of parliament. But now ANC and Ford Kenya are saying, for them, they're not going to sponsor, they're only going to sponsor one candidate. Ford Kenya, which sponsored into parliament, is saying, we're not going to sponsor a candidate in your constituency. What we are going to do, we are going to sponsor a candidate in ANC. And because politics is local, this guy has seen an opportunity. So he decided to decamp to Musalia Mudavadi's camp so that he can be favored. Or if he's not favored, then he can contest on equal terms with other aspirants, so that the moment they'll win, they'll assume that they have one leg already at parliament. So I think politics is local. Number 3, which most people don't want to listen to here, is that the ground is actually shifting against the deputy president. William Ruto started campaigning very, very long time ago. He had gained the ground, and there is nothing, there's no more ground for the DP to gain. Where he had started enjoying the support because of the money and the rest, things are changing. And because things are changing, and these are politicians who only cares about their interests, they are saying, no, we are not coming, we are not boarding, we are not boarding, we are not boarding. So the ground is shifting so fast. Let us use the Thika Township Member of Parliament. Yes. You know, this guy once ran for the Kiambu Gubernatorial seat. He was elected as an independent candidate. This guy, the ground told him that if you want to contest, you go to UDA. So this guy joined UDA. But the ground is shifting against the UDA very fast in Kiambu. latest opinion polls are showing that President Uhuru Kenyatta, or just to be very precise, Raila Amolo Odinga is gaining more ground now in Kiambu. In the entire central Kenya region, Kiambu is giving Raila Odinga already over 50%. So, and because the ground is hostile, is changing against them, they have no option than to dissociate from the DP. Joash Maangi is doing that. Gimose is doing that. Obado is doing that, because even Obado would want a situation where, after leaving office, he would have a bit of say in the county. But if you were to support Ruto, that's going to be totally different. So the ground is actually shifting. Number 4 is the messaging. If there's one thing where the DP is likely to fail, is his messaging. He's repeated one thing 50 times. People are now tired. You know, Kenyans are not stupid enough. They're intelligent. There are certain things they understand. There are certain things they know. The DP is in Tana River today. He's talking of reviving the Galana irrigation scheme. How? He was there. He was part of the people who collapsed that irrigation scheme through looting. It's known. But now he's telling these people, once he's elected, he will revive it. So these people are asking themselves, what message is he saying? He has said everything to an extent that people are now tired. And lastly, I think there is the changing political matrix in this country. The equation is changing smoothly. And most people are finding themselves their right place in their own areas. Like Gimose is saying, okay, let me go to Musalia Mudavadi. Obado doesn't want a situation where he will be pitted against Raila Odinga. You know, things like those. So the political environment and the matrix are changing. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. If you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.